Hey everybody, this is a video just to do kind of a verbal explanation of the final video project in this class. I emailed you earlier this week to say that some information will be coming on this, so I'm going to send this out in just a few minutes. So there's going to be an instruction sheet posted online that I'm just kind of looking off of now. As you know, this is a fully online class, so we don't have a designated time for the final exam. So this final video presentation is going to be due by midnight on Wednesday, May 5th. Yes, midnight on Wednesday, May 5th, because Wednesday is the last day of finals, and I can't give any extra time. I can't accept any finals after that time. So as long as you get it into me by Wednesday, May 5th at midnight, then you will be just fine, and feel free to submit earlier if you would like. Okay, so what I would like you to do is I would like you to choose a composer, performer, composition, or genre of music that we have talked about in some manner in our textbook, and do your presentation on that. So the only specification in this is that you not use like a piece of music that's been gone into great detail in our textbook. So I give you an example. For example, you just listened to Your Cheating Heart by Hank Williams. If you want to talk about Hank Williams because you really like him and you think he's a great singer, that's totally fine, but just choose a different song by him. So along this vein, you could choose Hank Williams, and you could talk about one or multiple songs that he wrote during his lifetime. Or you could just kind of talk mostly about his life and give some musical examples, just overall throughout his career. You could do that. Let's say you just really, really like the genre of country music, and maybe you want to talk about, I don't know, you don't have a long presentation, so maybe you want to talk about country music between 1970 and 1980. And so you give kind of an overview of the major players in country music during that decade. There are lots of different ways that you can go with this. It really depends on what your interests are. But I definitely encourage you to choose something that you're interested in, because that's part of the point of this is you've had all of this exposure to hopefully some different kinds of genres of music, different kinds of things in the class, and this is an opportunity for you to choose something that you would really like to learn more about. So once you choose your topic, which you do need to get pre-approved by me, so you'll just email me, let me know what your topic of choice is, and as long as nobody else has claimed that topic, then I will write you back and I'll say, yes, go for it. Your presentation needs to be 5 to 6 minutes in length. I will be very strict about it being a minimum of 5 minutes, so make sure to time yourself and make sure that you actually have that much material. You can do it however you want. I've had students send me a video of themselves, very much like what I'm doing right now, and they just kind of give the presentation to me in this way, just like we were in the classroom. And they maybe use some note cards, or they use a few notes, but they just sort of talk through their presentation. They play a couple of musical examples, and then that's what they chose to do. I've had other people that will create PowerPoint presentations and then do an audio over their presentation. That's a possibility. It really doesn't matter to me how you present it. I just want you to be able to talk about the topic that you have. I want you to be able to use your own words. You're welcome to take notes and kind of read off of notes or whatever, but I'd really like you to be able to sort of give the presentation just like you would in class, like you were talking to the whole class of people. You may just do an audio recording if you want to, or you can do a video recording. Like, the idea really is that I can see your face and kind of watch you present. So I would kind of prefer that. But if you have some sort of an issue, getting access to doing video or something like that, and you only want to do audio, that's also fine. I would like you to send me your topic by the end of next Wednesday. So whenever you see this, if you want to go ahead and look at the instruction sheet online, think about what you want to do and email it to me, that would be great. If I have not heard from you by the end of the day next Wednesday, which is April 28th, then I will write to you. And then if I don't hear from you, then I'm just going to assign you a topic. But I'd really like you to pick something that you find interesting. So if you could just let me know and just send me an email so I can write back and say, yes, this sounds good, that would be great. The other thing that is very, very important about this, so you have the presentation, you're giving notes about what your topic is, you're maybe playing some musical examples, all of that is fine, but I need you to cite 3 sources that you use to find your information. I'm not talking about something like Wikipedia. You can always use Wikipedia to start finding information, but since anybody can go on Wikipedia and edit, it's not really considered a formal place to get absolutely accurate information. So you can look up journals, you can look up internet articles, anything like that is fine, but just I need you to cite those sources, and you have two choices with that. You can either say it verbally in your presentation, or like if you're doing a PowerPoint, you can include it on the PowerPoint of your presentation, or you could just send it to me in a Word doc completely separate from your presentation. But it's really important to have those sources. That's an important part of the grade on this, because that is where you get your information from. And as we've talked about in papers that we've done and stuff like that throughout this class, it's an important thing that you need to do as far as citing your information, so that I know where your information comes from and so that you acknowledge the person who originally wrote down that information. So be thinking about your presentation topics. Please send me an email by the end of the last day of classes and contact me with any questions you have. Thanks.